What's that?
I'm gonna see you in the video.
Oh, you're gonna see me in the video?
Yeah.
All right. That sounds good.
Awesome.
That's a great high five.
How about like a duck?
Wow, it's just like the fire engine.
So when we get a fire, okay, or any type of emergency call, what they do is they what we call ring down or tone down, okay? And the tones go off, and that's what tells us if there's a fire. And this is what it sounds like. Ready?
Yeah.
Station alert.
Wow. Wow.
It gets louder.
You were right. It starts low and then it gets louder. So that way, if we're sleeping, it doesn't go, wake up! And then, we're like, whoa, there's a call! So then what happens is it says station alert, and then those tones go off, and then the dispatchers will tell us what we're going to, if we're going to go to a fire, or medical aid, or a traffic collision.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. What's that?
I'm gonna see you in the video.
Oh, you're going to see me in the video?
Yeah.
All right. That sounds good.
Awesome.
That's a great high fives.
Let's do this again.
So are we sleeping?
Station alert.
Oh, there's a call. And then it's middle of the night, then we gotta get up, and then we gotta go out to the fire engine, and then off we go.
Let's go. We're taking off the fire.
Almost just like that.
Yeah. I know.
So what did you guys think of Firefighter Chris showing you all the paramedic stuff?
So amazing. I never knew there were so many tools for the fires and how to put out the fires, how to save people.
Yeah.
It's so many steps. But once you get the hang of it and you do enough practice, you're going to be able to run this thing like you're an expert.
And I
That's
never
right.
saw
Practice,
a bigger
practice, practice, right?
light than that one.
Yeah, that's a big light.
Big one.
Yeah. So
big
we saw
flashlight.
the stuff if you get hurt or sick from Firefighter Chris. Firefighter Jade shows you all the different tools that we use, and Engineer Ricardo showed you how we get the water out of the engine, right? So we got one more thing to show you up in front. We got inside, you saw the headsets. I want to show you guys one more thing. How do we get to where an emergency is? How do we know where to go? So come this way.
Let's go to the GPS.
So, do you guys see this blue line?
Yeah,
What is that right there?
it's a fire truck.
That's a fire engine, right? That's
Yeah.
us. Do you know what this is down here?
Where we need to go.
That is your house. So if we had an emergency at your house, it pops up like that, and we follow the blue line, and that shows us the fastest way to get there.
It is like a GPS.
It is.
Yeah.
And then if we go on a call, we get all this information like this, okay?
Wow.
This tells us where we're going and what we're going to, what radio frequencies we need to be on. All the information that we need for our call will be on that next screen.
That is awesome. It's
Kind of
really
like a super duper GPS.
Look at that GPS, guys. It's really big.
And
It's like
we're
much
gonna
bigger
fall.
than the
We're gonna
ones you can
fall.
see in your cars.
Hey,
What? How do you like it, Rahim? Isn't it big?
Yeah.
And that's
It
a
was
fire truck, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of press the buttons.
What do you think, Lana? How do you like it?
It's amazing.
Yeah,
I
it's
have
amazing.
one small question.
What's that?
What's in those trucks?
We'll show you those right now. All right, so the last pieces of apparatus to show you.
I'm so excited to see it. What is it?
Look at these.
Wow.
So this is what we call our event carts. So we use these for special events, for like the Balloon and Wine Festival, the Rod Run that's in Old Town, all the different activities that we have downtown that we need to have access to, and a lot of people are down there. We can use these to get to places faster.
Wow. It's just like the fire engine, except it has some, yeah. Whoa, let's go, Lana. Do you know how to drive? Yeah. Okay, I hope we know what we're doing. Whee! Where are we going?
To our house.
Okay, let's go.
Or to the fireworks on 4th of July.
Awesome.
All right, so we have some questions for me to ask you guys, but we have to go inside to do it, okay?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do this thing. see if you guys can follow directions, okay?
Okay.
Ready? Let's go. Walk like this. How about flying? Can we fly? How about like a duck? All right, let's go back to the living room, okay? So, I have some questions for you guys now. Some fire safety questions, okay?
Okay.
If your house catches on fire, do you know what to do?
Call 911.
How are you going to call 911? If you're sleeping at night and the fire alarm goes off in your house, the smoke detector, do you have a phone in your room? You do?
Yeah.
Okay. What about your sister and brother?
I'll take them with me. Let's huddle up, and then I call 911.
That's what we're going to talk about. If the smoke detector goes off in your house, do you want to open the door right away?
No.
Why not?
Because the fire can be right in front of you, and you just walk there because you're super panicked.
That's right. The smoke or fire could be there, right?
Yeah.
So how do we find out if it's safe to open that door?
We have to we have to stay calm.
Exactly.
Visit to Spider-Man and save today.
So you're absolutely correct. First thing you need to do is remain calm, right?
Yeah.
So then let's pretend that this is our door. We're going to look at our door, and on the bottom of the door, if we see smoke coming into our bedroom, do we want to open that door?
No.
No.
That means fire.
That means there's smoke or fire out there, right?
Yeah.
So we can put some stuff under the door to stop that smoke from coming in, right?
Yeah.
If we don't see any smoke, how do we know if it's safe to open the door or not? So we're going to feel the door to see if it's hot. If it's hot, are we going to open it?
No.
No. How are we going to feel the door?
We put our hands on it.
What part of your hand do you want to put on the door?
Our
The
fingers.
front of your fingers or the back?
The back.
The back. Do you know why? The palm of your hand is more sensitive, right?
Yeah.
So our body does two things. If we put it on the door and it's hot, our body automatically wants to squeeze to pull away. So if it's hot, it can burn us more. Feel the back of your hand. Now feel the front of your hand. Which one is more sensitive, the back or the front?
The back.
The back is. So we're going to feel that heat better with the back of our hand because we're always running around and on the monkey bars and falling down. So our hands get rougher on the front.
Yeah.
The back is softer and has better feeling for heat. And then if it's hot, then our hand still goes into a fist, but it's pulling away from the hot door, okay?
Yeah.
So if the door is hot, do we open it?
No.
No, we don't. If the door is not hot and there's no smoke, do we touch the handle? We do the same thing to see if it's hot, okay?
Yeah.
If it's hot, do we open it?
No.
No. If it is hot, what are we going to do? What are you guys going to do if there's smoke in the hallway?
They're gonna
Yell.
What are you gonna
And
do?
then tell mom and dad.
That's right. Yell for mom and dad. You want to yell for everybody in the house. And then once you get out of the house, we want to have two separate ways to get in and out of your house. How do you guys go into your house every day?
We go in our house by the front door.
Front door, that's one way. What if there's a fire by the front door? Can you go in and out the front door? Is there a back door to the house?
Yes.
Garage door?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Are those ways out?
Yes.
What is this right here?
It's kind of like a window.
It's a window,
yeah,
right?
because-
Do you guys have windows in your bedroom?
Yeah.
Is that a way out?
Yeah.
It can be, right? In case
Yeah.
there's an emergency.
Yeah.
So those are things that you need to know how to do. So if there's an emergency, what number do we call?
We call 911.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What?
911.
That was a little bit better, but I think you can do even better. Well, on the count of three, what number do we call? 1, 2, 3.
911.
Good job. What do we get when we call 911?
We get either the police, the fire department, or the hospital.
Ambulance,
Or
right?
the ambulance, yeah.
So we can get all three of those depending on what the emergency is. Good job.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen or heard what a firefighter sounds like when we're in all of our gear in a fire? So we're going to show you that. So we wear special pants and boots, a special jacket, a helmet, kind of like you guys have on, and then Firefighter Jade showed you one of our breathing apparatus.
Yeah.
Okay, that goes on our back, and there's a special mask so we don't breathe the smoke. We're going to show you what that looks like and sounds like. Put your hands over your eyes. Can you see?
No.
That's more of what it looks like in a fire, okay? So if there's a fire and a lot of smoke and you hear this sound, yell out, "I'm over here! I'm over here!" Okay?
Okay.
If you're in your room and you can't get out, open the blinds or the curtains. Turn your lights on if they'll work. And stand in the window, okay? If you can't get out. Firefighter Jade, she's in her special pants, jacket, and helmet.
And she's
Okay.
gonna put on the breathing oxygen.
And then she's gonna put her mask on and breathe and show you what it sounds like.
Wow, this is a lot. It looks
So-
heavy.
It is.
And you guys see that it's just Firefighter Jade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so now she's gonna put her mask on.
And you'll hear that noise. That's how I know it's on, right?
Uh-huh.
So
So,
I have my mask in here, and this is where I keep it.
so,
So while she's turning that on, so the special pants and jacket and this hood that she just pulled over, that's to stop some of the heat and fire from getting on us. The hood protects our ears so they don't burn. Okay, now, what do you think? Does that sound kind of funny?
Yeah.
Okay, now close your eyes. Close your eyes. What do you imagine?
There's a fire.
Firefighter Jade.
Firefighter Jade, right? And what should you do if your house is full of smoke and you hear this?
I'm here.
Right? Do you want to go hide?
No.
No. Do we want to hide under the bed?
No.
No. Do we want to hide in the closet?
No.
No. We want to yell, "I'm over here!" Right?
Yeah.
So if you hear us coming, you want to yell so we can come get you, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So we talked about 2 ways out of your house, right?
Yeah.
The importance of that. Do you have a meeting place at your house if something happens? So if something happens and the house is on fire, right? And you get out, do you know what to do?
You go to the nearest safe zone.
And do all of you know where that's at? Everybody has a different one. And when you guys get out, go there and you stay there until everybody's there. Okay? So if your house is on fire and you get out, and let's say you're the only one that's at the meeting place, nobody else is there yet. Do you go back in the house?
No.
So we went over 911, 2 ways out of the house,
I know,
your
Kiki.
meeting place, what a firefighter looks like and sounds like in the house. Now, how about some questions from you guys? Do you guys have any questions for us?
Yeah, of course. We have a few questions.
All right. Who has a question? Go ahead.
What kind of emergencies do you respond to as a firefighter?
So we respond to all kinds of emergencies. We are what's called an all-risk fire department. That means we go to all emergencies. If you call 911, we'll come out. So if you're hurt or sick, we'll come out. If there's a fire, we'll go out. If there's a gas leak, we'll go out. If there is a car accident, we'll go out. If your smoke detector's going off, we'll go out. If there's water squirting out of the fire hydrant, we'll go out. Okay, so anything that you would call 911 for, we'll go out to.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have one question.
Go ahead.
So what do you firefighters use? What are your equipments that you use to put out the fires?
So on our fire engine, right, when we walked around, we showed you some of the tools we use. We use hose, we use nozzles. Some of the hand tools Firefighter Jade showed you, we can use an axe or a saw, a chainsaw. Some of the rubbish hooks and pike poles she showed you, they're really long, and we could use them to pull ceiling or pull wall apart to look for fire.
Wow.
We use our protective equipment, what we call our PPE, and our breathing apparatus to go in, and then we could use the water to put out fire.
Awesome.
Next question.
What kind of training do firefighters need to go through?
So we go through a lot of training to become firefighters, and do you know where training starts to become a firefighter?
Where? At school.
At school, that's right. What are some subjects do you think that you need to be good at to be not just a good firefighter, but to be good at a lot of different jobs? What do you think some
Math.
Reading and math.
reading, math,
Science.
science? What about writing?
Writing.
Yeah, writing.
Writing, right? So reading, writing, math, science. What do you think about PE? Physical fitness.
Yeah, physical fitness is really important.
Really
And
important.
biology.
So that
biology.
can start at your guys' age, right? And you get good at those, and then when you get into high school, some high schools have some classes that you can start to take, and then there's colleges, junior colleges and universities that you can go to and learn what's called fire science or emergency management, and we go through that training. And then we also have what's called the Fire Academy, and that's where we learn to put everything on, how to do the actual job and use the actual tools.
That sounds awesome. Okay, I have another question.
Go ahead.
What are one of your most interesting stories about how you put out fires?
So, that's an interesting question. I've been doing this for 31 years.
Wow.
And that's a lot of different stories, right?
Yeah.
So my very first year, okay, right, we do all this training, and we do training over and over and over again until we get what we call muscle memory. It means you can do something without having to think about it.
Wow.
Okay? So we'll do a hose drill 100 times. And that way, when we're super tired, whether it's the middle of the night or we've been on a fire for hours and hours and hours, if something has to happen, automatically do it because we've done it so many times. So my very first year, okay, we were on a wildland fire. And we were on one of our smaller engines,
Yeah.
a little bit bigger than our squad, in between our fire engine and the squad, okay?
Awesome.
And we're doing what's called mobile attack. So I'm out on the fire hose, out on the nozzle, out in front, and the engine is driving, okay? And we're driving, we're putting the fire out, and over here, putting the fire out. And all of a sudden, the wind changed, and it blew the fire back on us. Well, what happened is with that hose, muscle memory kicked in. And our nozzles, we can change the pattern, and instead of being what we call a straight stream putting the fire out in the grass, we put it on a fog, and it protected us, and the fire went around us.
Wow.
But that is where the muscle memory comes in. We had done that drill so many times that I didn't even think, right? Because I was a brand new firefighter.
Yeah.
A lot of people would be like, oh man, what are you going to do? Training kicked in, muscle memory kicked in, and it went around us, and everything was okay.
Wow, that's what happens when you always practice, and then you memorize it, and then you're able to do it so many times you won't even get sick of it.
That's right. How about another question?
What can we do to prevent fires?
That's a great question. So, we didn't go over too much safety in the kitchen, but let's start there. If mom or dad are cooking, right, and they walk out of the kitchen to grab something, what do you think we should do in the kitchen? Do we want to grab the pot handle?
No.
No, right? Because that could burn us,
Yeah.
right? If we're in the bedroom, do we want to have stuff on a heater or on a light or anything like that?
No.
No, because that can get hot and burn too. What if we find, do you guys know what matches are? Or a lighter?
Yeah.
What happens if you find matches or a lighter?
Leave it alone.
You want to leave it alone or tell an adult about it, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to play with it. So you don't want to play with fire. Fire's a tool,
Yeah.
okay? And we don't want to we don't play with tools, right?
Yeah.
And you don't want to use that tool until you have the training to use it, okay?
Yeah.
So those are some of the ways that you can help prevent fires.
That's awesome. Thanks for showing us how the fire department works and how you can put out fires. And thank you so much for protecting our community.
You are welcome. We have one more thing for you guys. Do you guys like stickers? We gave you helmets.
Awesome.
You guys like stickers?
Yes, please.
All right. So we have 2 different kinds of stickers for each of you, okay?
Thank you.
You guys are so welcome. Thank you for coming.
We would like to thank you for protecting our community and responding to all of the fires. It is a really dangerous job.
It is, but we practice to be safe, right?
Of course.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming and sharing time with us.
Oh, of course, Captain John.
Oh, big hugs. Thank you guys.
Ready?
Let's get everybody. Come on, guys.
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to be respectful to all firefighters. They do a lot of hard work around here. See you there. Bye!